How honest do you think people portray real estate investing across social media channels? Just to clarify, I did give that last round to Eric Brewer since, we're, both bald brothers and both were down on the internet going on today. So, Brew Crew, start us out. What's your thoughts?
I would say it's generally horrible.
And you got canceled.
Ouch.
We cannot have this on this
I think
channel.
From the outside looking in, but what did I miss? What happened there? What
You dropped.
You're good.
You said they're a bunch of liars and you got canceled.
Basically, that's kind of what I said, though, to be honest. I mean, I think externally from the outside looking in, people outside of real estate investing generally look at, influencers and investors, and there's a sleazy sort of kind of feeling to it. And I think it's been earned, to be quite honest. And then internally, I think there's a general group of people, much of which are on this call, that do a lot of business, and we do good business, and we influence people in a positive direction, where the same sort of visibility is accomplished by people, and they do it what I would consider to be the wrong way. And that's just a personal preference, but I would say generally real estate investors are right up there with like dentists and used car salesmen, right? It's like you shake their hand and you kind of double check to make sure that your wallet's still there. And it's up to us to kind of break through that barrier and prove people wrong. But until then, I think rightfully so, the public generally has a scummy sort of perception of what we do.
Used car salesman. Next up, Leon, what are your thoughts on this one, boss?
Yeah, this has increased significantly over the last 3 years as more millionaires were made, I think, in real estate investing than any other time, with the run up of COVID and lack of inventory and hedge funds buying. Had a bit of a perfect storm. It's interesting now that things have gotten hard. What I'm continuing to hear from that same investor is, I want to get into coaching, right? Because they see it as, or I want to get into influencing. And, I would just, for anybody that's watching this, that is considering hiring someone to help them with the business, I would just get stats, get information from them of what do they have, a model that is sustainable, reoccurring revenue from a actual real estate investing business. I can speak for my CG and my partner Disruption brothers that, for those that are out there like the Erics, the Chris's, the RJs, the Steves, they're doing legit business. And it's unfortunate, but I would argue that there's other industries that have the same thing. Attorneys feel the same way about those that are chasing ambulances. We have them as well, obviously. It's unfortunate, but there are the good thing is we have some good people out there that are spreading good word and actually doing the business. And we've got a good number of them represented on this show.
Absolutely. Steve used to always say this, show me the HUDs. Show me the HUDs. CJ, what are your thoughts, boss?
I think real estate in terms of the internet, man, and honesty is a very interesting topic, right? Look, let's face it this way. Real estate's like a sexy business. It always has been since as far back as I can remember. I was born in 86. As far back as I can remember, real estate was the sexy business. If you were in real estate, I mean, this is how Donald Trump got popular and some of these other, high-flying developers and stuff like that. And I think there's an awareness inside of the real estate industry, especially in the educator space, where people play on this perceived sexiness, or thought process that people have about this glamorous business that you can get into and make untold riches and have mansions and Ferraris and you'll be a millionaire in 30 days and all these different things. And I think this is a hard ass business, man. I tell people all the time, I think this is a business that you really got to be prepared for, not just physically, but I think mentally, more importantly. And I don't know that that's talked about enough across the board. I think it should be more of a conversation really in terms of my greatest lessons in this business have all come from losses I've taken in the business. That's how you fail forward and you learn from your mistakes. But everybody kind of portrays this, everything's perfect. The business is perfect. Never lost money on a deal, never had a legal issue, this, that, and the third. And I don't know that that's a great thing for the industry. I think that's why we're dealing with a lot of people looking to regulate. So, those are my 2 cents on that for sure.
Very, very nice dive there, Steve. That's where the buzzer was. Okay.
I mean, that was a great 5-minute.
Hey, I need you to
monologue.
calm down over there. -4 points. All right, Steve, talk to us. What are your thoughts?
Just trying to carry you guys, man. I know if your mics and stuff.
I think I have a different opinion on this. I think that this is like the best I've seen it, because I think it was started really shoddy, right? Like we went from the infomercials at 3:00 in the morning to social media and everyone saying the same exact message, right? It was just an updated message, but it was pretty much the same message. Get into this business. You don't need any money. You can start today, right? And they're just showing either cashier's checks or actual cash or a bundle of cash using it as a phone. I think it's a lot better today. It's not great, but it's gotten a lot better than it was before. I think, we don't have the shiny Prince boots anymore. We don't
Is it
have
better?
as many.
Does it just look different? Right.
I think there's more people talking about their deals, right? You look at like Eric's post, right? He's talking about like, here's an innovation deal that someone did. You look at Pace's post, right? He's just sharing his deals. I think there's just RJ, right? Everything is freaking, this is RJ. Every freaking post, this is RJ. So like we're seeing actual examples of real deals being done. So I think it's gotten significantly better. Does it have room to improve? 100%. But I don't think it's nearly as bad as it was even 3 years ago, 5 years ago.